Star Trek Lower Decks, Season 3, Episode 3, Mining the Mind's Eye, whatever the fucking title is. Make sure you go and watch the actual episode, because this will contain spoilers. I'll be talking about bits in the episode. Overall, I've been disappointed with the last 2 episodes of Lower Decks. They just don't seem as funny, they don't seem as sort of clever. And watching this episode, I immediately from the get-go you get like a different feel, because they had obviously a pre-credit sequence of which, oh, there's this ball and it turns people into stone, and it very much sort of evokes that, oh, we're going into a proper Star Trek episode, because there was nothing really comedic in that beginning bit.
Whoa. Hey, Samantha, you want to come over here and help me design some Galaxy-class starship engines?
Leah Brahms. No, man, no. Think about Parisi Squares. Think of Parisi Squares.
This is your fantasy?
Oh, yeah. Dr. Brahms was instrumental in advancing warp field theory.
I need a big brain engineer who can help me extrude some plasma and run some tests.
No, leave me alone.
It goes into the episode and we get introduced to the concepts of these balls which probe your minds, and the Cerritos is going down there to help colonists on the planet because there's some natives there and the colonists aren't getting along, or they want to broker a peace treaty. 2 California-class ships, obviously with different crews, the Cerritos. We find out that it's sort of developing its own little sort of legend status, in that it's sort of it's been on these adventures that aren't normal for a California-class sort of service ship. We have 3 crew members from the other ship that are introduced, and they sort of come across as being, oh, well, they think they're better, and then we find out that they actually just wanted to prove themselves to Boimler and the others. I don't know if we've seen this before, but Mariner is now in love with Jennifer.
Oh, hey, babe. I was about to go yell at Ransom, really tear him a new one for being so annoying. Want to come watch?
Nice try, babe, but I'll hold off for the real deal back on the ship.
Oh, okay. You and Jennifer are babing each other now?
I guess we have been.
Aw, it's nice to see you with a girlfriend instead of destroying everything in your path.
She's not my girlfriend. We're just hanging out. We're not into labels.
Oh, I'm into labels. I'm fine being your hot Andorian girlfriend.
Which, to be honest, I suspected a while ago, and I love the fact that Mariner is a tough-ass lesbian chick, or bisexual chick, or whatever she is. I don't mind that. That didn't come as a surprise to me. The characters seem to fit that from a long time ago, and the Jennifer attraction thing was pretty obvious. And I don't think we've seen Boimler straight, and we've seen, Tendi sort of has a crush with Rutherford, and Rutherford is in love with the spaceship. So I don't know how those are going to work out. The storyline overall, we obviously have Captain Freeman and the captain of the other California-class ship sort of arguing it out, because he's young and he's coming up and he wants to be amazingly impressive and amazingly cool, and the captain of the Cerritos obviously wants to, she's older, she's got more experience, she understands. And I see that fighting, and then obviously they're in the negotiation table with the colonists and these the aliens on the planet. And I sort of got from the beginning that it was going to be one of those, or they're both working together, or they're selling information. I actually thought this was the Deep Space Nine episode, which, maybe that led to some disappointment. So I enjoyed this episode. It felt very much like the Orville, in that it was slightly comedic, but a much more serious tone, doing a spin on sort of old tropes. I personally think that this season so far isn't the best season. I think season 1 is still the strongest season of the entire series. I think season 1, maybe because it was fresh and it was new, I think at season 3 you should be trying to sort of shake things up a little bit to keep it fresh and new. Mike McMahon has said that he wants to put more depth into the characters and show their progression as people. It's a really interesting dynamic that he's creating, and I like that he wants to take it more seriously. But if you want to do that, don't take away the things we love. I enjoyed it. Look, it's on par with the other episodes. It's not the best of the entire series, but it's pretty good. I certainly think that Tendi has a little bit more to do. She's getting trained to be a science officer on the bridge. They keep separating her from everyone else, which I find really interesting. I don't know why. I suppose because medical and sciences is very different to what the other guys are doing. Medical aren't always taking on away missions. Medical generally, it's the chief medical officer who would go on the away missions. It's an interesting dynamic they're playing. I'm hoping this season's building up to something. I feel like it is. I feel like they're trying to hint at something, but I just don't know what it is yet. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe you figured it out. Put it in the comments. And obviously, I love Lower Decks. I think it's a great show. I just think they need to hit the energy button, hit the warp speed button. Tell me what you think. Make sure to leave it in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. We're at 300 subscribers now. So if you can subscribe, we can get up there. And make sure to come back for more Trek Trav. My other reviews are here. I have Lieutenant Conservative sketches. I have character analysis. There is so much. See you next week for the Star Trek Lower Decks Episode 4 review.